Hello, welcome to If Not Now Wednesday. My name is Stacy Brayoka, and I am known as the technology therapist and squirrel wrangler. And I am talking today about what happens when you screw around and wait too long on something and then lose it. Basically, I personally applied for LinkedIn Live, had the app, had the okay to do LinkedIn Live, and then because I did not use it, I lost it. Maybe that's what I should have called the show. Is if you don't use it, you lose it. Because I apparently lost my ability to do LinkedIn Live because I hadn't used it already. So here I am, not using LinkedIn Live today because I don't have it because I lost it. So I had to reapply, and I'm probably just not going to be able to do anything until I might get it back, and then I'm going to know I need to use it right away. So the lesson of the day for If Not Now Wednesday is, it's kind of the idea of procrastination in a way, and doing things. Sometimes it's even the eating the frog and doing things you need to do. Um, you know, when I applied a month ago for my LinkedIn Live approval, I should have gone live right after I got it because I found out today that if you don't use it, you lose it. So I had to apply again. And I was really kind of looking forward to actually going live over there and talking to people about the things I'm talking to you guys about. Although the topic might have been different, um, ostensibly, because I would have, just needed to. I wouldn't have this particular issue to talk about. But we all wait on things. And sometimes the things we're waiting on, we really don't need to wait on. We actually could just do, and frankly be just as fine as if we were, without waiting on things. So I thought it was a appropriate topic for the day, and to talk about, what happens when you wait for stuff, and you really probably should not have waited per se. You should have just jumped in and did them. Some kind of like jumping in the deep end of a swimming pool. When it's where when the water's going to be cold, and the best thing to do is just jump in and get it over with, because then after that everything's good. So I'd love to have a discussion on stories that other people have of things they've missed doing, they were not missed out on, even not able to do, and maybe not even able to do at all because you missed, getting in line. So, if not now, when are you going to do it? And you found out that you, um, or something that you didn't practice and you ended up losing it. So you didn't use the tool, so you ended up losing it. So I'm kind of would love to hear from anybody that's in the audience. We've got 16 people listening right now. Um, if you haven't listened to me before, thank you for coming. If you have listened to me before, thank you very much for coming back. My name is Stacy Brayoka, and I'm known as the technology therapist and squirrel wrangler. And I am, in fact, a therapist. I don't just say that I'm one, but I am also a geek girl. So I put those together, along with being a public health practitioner. And I am the technology therapist and founder of the Find Your Formula coaching programs. If you listen to my shows on Fridays Find Your Formula Friday, you'll hear more about the formula specifically. But really, everything I talk about through the week lend to pieces of a formula that we all should have so that we can get more done and focus then on the things we love, be that relationships, family, um, time to enjoy other things in life, work with our life passion, etc. So it's kind of my mission one of my missions in life is to help people get to that balance that we all strive to, but we very rarely get to. Um, so, like I said, today I'm kind of just looking for other people who want to jump up and talk about what happens when you wait past the if not now, when. If not now, when are you going to do it? If you wait too long, what happens when you lose something? So if you've lost, um, oh, my mute went on didn't know that. Um, if you've lost time with people, and that's another thing. If we don't spend time with those we love, we lose it. So if not now, when? If not spending time with them now, when are you going to do it? What are you going to lose if you don't do whatever the do is now? What are you going to lose the chance at? What are you going to lose the opportunity to do? What memories are you going to lose and not be able to make? What success in life are you not going to be able to have if you don't do it now? So I'm kind of roaming around in here in wisdom, looking for other people who might want to talk about this topic. I've got 19 people in here right now. Let's see who's come by. Dan Monahan, funnel builder. I'm with you, dude. I have an agency copy of one of the best CRMs and funnel programs out there, and so I love it when there are other people who are doing those kind of things. Jeanette Birani, women's circles. That's awesome. Jermaine, Simon. I think Simon, you were here the other day. There were two Simons in the room, and I believe you were one of them. Seen on Sky News, BBC, and Forbes. That's awesome. Scully, Mr. Two Extra, Eugene, Sahar, Darlene, Lev Art, T, Bruce, Claire, Bhupender. I hope Bhupender. I hope I said that right. I really apologize if I didn't. Is a holistic life coach and published author, poet, and host of Diary of a Human Warrior. Ooh, that sounds like a cool show. Mary, Debbie, Kim, and Robert. Um, I love all of the different things. Like, you guys are my peeps, and somebody is waiting here. So, Dan, come on in, Dan. How's your day, Dan?
I am blessed and highly favored as always. Yeah.
I love it. So, what do you think of the topic of the day?
If not now, when they
Uh huh.
lost on account by waiting.
So
I know I
I
love it. No, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. Hold on here. There you go. You get yourself on. Let's go.
woohoo! You're gamifying stuff already. I love that. So yeah, if not now, when on anything like if you're working on a goal or if you're working on your business, if not now, when are you going to do whatever? So do you have any stories you could share with us of a time you had, like, if not now, when, and you lost the idea of, like, you lost because you didn't take the opportunity when you had the chance?
I wish we had a ping feature. I would say to everybody, hey everyone, ping some people. You're gonna love this story.
Okay.
Well, maybe I don't know. Let's see. Well, I mean, I was just looking at me for a long time. I honestly, I you know why I ended up on Wisdom is because I had a notification and I hate. I'm, I'm kind of OCD. Are you? I don't know. Sometimes.
I think we all are
Sometimes.
sometimes, depending on what's up.
Yeah, anyway, so I just hate like the little icon, the thing that says that I have unread messages or something or whatever. So that's how I ended up clicking on this just to get rid of it. The app is in, and then I don't know. I ended up in the hallway. Did we call it? Did we call it hallways here? I don't know.
I don't know if they have a
I,
name. We can still call them hallways. I don't think that makes it.
yeah, well,
We're creating a
I'm
whole new
gonna.
language in society now. So
I know that social audio changed the world, right? But I mean,
yeah.
look at this too. I mean, Clubhouse came out. But now, did you know Clubhouse wasn't the first?
Oh no, it was
Tech,
definitely not the first. Oh no.
no, yeah,
Uh, so about 7 years ago or better, there was one called Blab.im. Not sure
I
if you're
never.
familiar, but other
No, I'm
people.
not. Sorry, what's this? Sorry, hold on, wait. Blat. I'm just no.
The one that was there, it was Blab
Yeah, yeah.
dot
That I am
im, and it
cool.
was about 7+ years ago, 7-ish years ago, and it was one of the first that brought in synchronized synchronized video screens and an audience, and people could jump in and out of the video seats, and you could live stream that out to your
Mm,
Facebook.
what? How have I
Yeah,
never heard of this before?
it was an amazing. And what was really cool about Blab was this community happened that is still in contact with each other.
Oh
Unfortunately,
yeah.
the platform, whoever owned the platform or what they did, they just disappeared. They're like, bye, see you later. And
Hmm.
it wasn't even. I don't know. They could have been a contender. Let's put it that way. Um, but they wanted to go a different direction, and they
Yeah.
were ahead of their game.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, but no, I'm gonna go back. So yeah, I didn't know about that. Thanks you for that nugget of wisdom. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, but no, but so what I meant was that it's far from the first is because technically speaking, this started and is actually still going on. The I don't know, I was going to call it easier. The free conference caller ID lines out of New York. Hosted, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's a phone system that you can call in. So you can actually go, you can check it out. You can go to free conference caller HD,
Oh,
HD.com. I think that's what it is. Yeah, free conference caller
yeah.
HD.com. Anyway, but it's on, so you just call into like a phone and then you can call and talk on the line. So like, people still do that today. In fact, that's how my first mastermind in the morning that I was ever a part of is on and is still using. But yeah, but it just didn't catch, right? People, and remember those dating apps too. They phone dating apps you used to call in everybody would,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah, 900 numbers even.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wait, not 900 numbers. You're talking about dating apps. Okay.
Well, no, it's the same thing, too. So, I mean, it's the
Yeah.
900 number just turned it into a business where then they start to charge people like a ridiculous amount of money for, for this.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, no, back to the story, So, but the reason why I say I appreciate that nugget is because I'm actually about to publish a book, and it's definitely well, it's partly my story, but it's how to use social audio and Clubhouse in particular, because but they're each different. Each have different
Uh-huh.
nuggets. Anywho, okay, let's tell you a story. As I said, I was going to do that, so let's go back here for a minute. Yeah, since no one here knows me, probably appreciate all of you. You don't have to follow me, but if you want to, go for it. It's up to you. See if I'll give you some value. Uh, I don't know if there's any parents here.
I wish
Are you
there
a
was a way
parent?
we could find out, like we could get a little bit of feedback on things. That's one thing I wish Wisdom had, was like reaction buttons like Zoom, where we could at least,
Yeah,
do a yes no vote of information. But
yeah,
we
like a
don't.
hand, like a hand raised clap type thing or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just
yeah,
like,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. But since we
Yeah.
don't, we'll just go with it.
Yeah, well, I think that's what Green Room was coming up with those what do you call them? The what do you call it? The star or the gems or whatever gems. That's it. Yeah, gems. You got a gem, right? That was what it's. Have you used Green Room?
That one I must have missed just by virtue of, I wasn't looking at platforms at the time. Although normally about any time I hear of any new toys, I like going to hear them because that's been my jam for 20 years is finding the new things and playing with the new toys. So, but I missed that one when it came out anyway.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, okay, well, yeah, so Green Room it came out this year, I think. Yeah, this year. It's not that new. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
new, but
think
it's
it's
not
that
that
old.
new.
Hmm.
No, it's yeah. Anyway, but Green Rooms it's very much like Clubhouse in that sense, except it has a back chat that's incorporated into it right into the room, so everybody can just chat from audience to stage, and that's kind of like the back channel is now. But then you can give gems to people, and it's the idea behind the gems is and initially it was to every 5 minutes you could get a gem, and they've changed it to every 30 minutes now because people were literally mining gems because they thought it made a difference by how many gems you could have or whatever. Anyway, but I mean,
Right.
it was anyway. Back to but
Monetization.
that's that. But no, that's the social. What's the word for it?
Almost like
It's like
social.
it's like no, it's like this. It's like buying followers on Clubhouse.
Oh, oh,
Have you heard about that?
oh, no.
Oh
I
no, they
that
literally no, people. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think that wouldn't fit with my personality so much. Uh, the whole idea of buying followers. I want followers to follow me because I'm providing them value, not because I'm buying them for any other reasons. You know.
But yeah, no, I know. But my point on bringing it up was the business model behind it, right?
Sure. Sure.
Because
Go ahead. Yeah.
how can that be a business? Like to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would I want to? I love if I get. I mean, I've been approached like probably 1,000, maybe not 1,000, but like hundreds of times by people um, asking if I'm interested in buying followers or people to engage in my IG or something to be able to get followers and all this stuff. And
Oh yeah.
no, I'm
Yeah.
not interested. Yeah. This was anyway. So on Clubhouse, same thing. So somebody created a bots. They were bringing bots in to build it, and you can get. It was anyway. So you could buy literally 10,000 followers for XYZ, and I actually witnessed this literally because I seen someone show up. I mean, I see you're on Clubhouse. I just popped over to look at your profile. Anyway, so I seen someone come in, they had like 72 followers, and 3 days later they came in, they had 10,000 or 11,000 followers, just under 11,000
Wow.
followers. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, maybe back in like December, November last year, like a year ago now, maybe if you were, you know what I mean? If you were in a room for like a day or something, that might happen, right? Because back then, not everybody could make clubs. It was, I mean, I didn't see how long you were on Clubhouse for, but yeah,
Yeah.
used to get anyway. Um, they used to get followers a lot faster way back when
Well,
before.
anytime you have a new platform, I mean that's kind of a tech trick in some regards. Anytime there's a new platform is the best time to build an audience because if you're the first ones there, you can build faster.
Generally speaking,
I mean
yes.
that's just kind of a cultural way things go.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
no, no, I agree. So anyway, back to I'm way off the story here.
yeah, we
So
okay. Let's go back to the
yeah,
story.
no, yeah, I know. Okay, no, I know. It's not even close. So anyway, I'm about to publish a book on Clubhouse, right, and that's why I'm addicted to the crack house. That's the title of it. And now the reason why it's titled "Addicted to the Crack House" is partly because of my story. So I'm gonna ask you if you're a parent. I don't know, are you a parent? You said
No, no, I
no.
I actually am not, but I have worked with more than plenty. Um, I have been a clinical social worker for 25 years, so I have worked with numerous families of various types. So
Okay.
through the
Okay.
years.
So then another way, I mean, I can ask you, but I'll ask anybody else. Maybe you've lost a parent. I don't know. Have you lost your parents? Or are they still here?
Yeah, I actually I have lost a parent. Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. Anyway, I don't know how that happened or how you know, what that was for you when that happened. I don't know, emotional things you went through. Yeah, I mean, anyways. So when I was 19, my grandma, who was very much more like mom to me in a lot of ways, I lived with her for the first few years of my life. And me and mom have a good, great relationship now. Definitely got my entrepreneurial and business acumen, and there's really a whole bunch of programming trained properly from my mom, but my grandma was kind of like mom. Anyway, at 19, she got cancer for the second time. We brought her out to Winnipeg, which I didn't want to live in Pig City, by the way, the murder capital in Canada the last 35 plus years.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, I don't know if you know, it was in Canada, but yeah, my mom moved me there at 16, didn't want to go there. And when I got there and you know, I was, I mean, at 14, I mean, if you told me my life was taking this turn, wow, you would, you know, I had ambitions to go to the Olympics and, you know, get Canada on the podium for downhill ski racing. That was me at 14. Blew up my knee there, went the dream. 16, my mom moves me to Peg City. Didn't want to go. But at 16, I'd also saved up 8 grand by the time I was that age, and because my mom taught me great systems and processes and small home business, and I've been in that for a long time. And I saved up 8 grand by then, and so I bought a Porsche 928 at 16.
wow.
And the reason why my mom moved to Winnipeg is because early 2000s, 2001, the core of Winnipeg, aka Peg City, had over 450 houses and apartment buildings and a couple strip malls that were boarded up and condemned. And you
Okay.
literally get like 6, 7 houses for $30,000. Clear. Own them. When my mom found out about it, she sold the insurance office, our 3-story walkout basement house, and a rental property that she had, and packed this in a U-Haul and took me to Pike City, where I didn't want to be. But anyway, and I
Mm.
drove a Porsche and attracted all the wrong people to me because obviously my mom went all in on it, so I lived in the hood. Didn't know what a hood was before that. uh,
Oh,
and I attracted all the wrong people to me. You know. Anyway, somebody introduced me to smoking weed, and I still smoke cannabis. It's cannabis saved my life, but it's an expensive habit at any age,
yes.
especially for a 16-year-old with a V8 engine. Do you agree?
Okay.
I'm saying it is. But anyway, I was hanging out with my buddy one day, and he calls this guy over, and he buys this ounce for 180 bucks. And it's literally as soon as I saw it, I'm not kidding, and I almost did like my head did the what? You mean I can get my weed for free? That was my reaction, instant, because I'm math, right? It's,
Hmm.
180 bucks, 28 grams in an ounce. So you did math. And then right after that, I learned about this day 420. Have you ever heard of 420,
Have.
Stacy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the National Pot Smoking Day in Canada. For anybody who doesn't know, they let everybody go to the ledge, just lay on grounds and smoke weed, and it was legal, and they couldn't arrest you. I was like, wait a second, you mean they're gonna bring all my customers to one place? So I went and got the phone number 471-9333, also known as 471 Weed. And I showed up there with a half pound and 100 business
Ah.
cards that said 471 Weed with a little pot leaf. And everybody that bought a gram, I gave a gram to. Well, I sold out of the half pound, and most of the half pound I reloaded with while at 420. And by the end of May, my phone was pushing 10 pounds a week. You go back in time to when you turned 17 and you start making 5 racks a week, your life changes real quick.
And not
With my
always good.
mom, oh, no, I mean, life's a journey. Anyways, remember, there's nothing
It
is
is a
either
journey.
good or
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
bad in this
Very-
world, except that which you make, so what's your mind. William Shakespeare. But anyway, back to the story. So anyway, my mom found out. She said, "Whoa, whoa, hold up, son, stop that! What you doing? That's bad." I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, mama, I make more money than you," because I had a really poor mindset. Didn't invest my money into nothing. I just spent it on stupid stuff. And I didn't see my mom making money, even though she was just investing it, right? Anyway, I moved out and Had a great year and a half. The reason why I was able to build that business in the first place is I made this connection, and he was kind of like a father figure to me. His name was Daryl. Anyway, at 18, he got killed, and he was my connection. I was
Uh,
that was my plug, and so I couldn't find someone to keep up with my supply and demand of the same quality and but for the price and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so eventually my weed line died out. But wait, there's more. Said that wrong, but Stacy, someone introduced me. Well, I watch movies like Blow and Scarface, and anyway, one of the people I hung out with, because you're the average of the five, y'all, uh, showed me how I can make money selling crack. I said, what?
ooh.
And so no, I just graduated the game. I mean, I went from selling weed and running a huge phone to working in a shack, and then realizing that didn't work. So I graduated to moving into bricks, and went from making 5 grand a week to making 10, 15, 20. Sometimes I don't know. And life got real crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and then at 19, the year after Daryl had died, my grandma got cancer for the second time. We brought her out to Winnipeg, and I watched her slowly slip away to a tumor the size of a grapefruit. I
Ooh.
remember nights sometimes I'd come home, 4 or 5 in the morning. I'd get home and pockets full of cash, got all these different bills. They're all sort of not in proper because you don't have time. And just putting it on my bed, and I still remember sorting out bills and counting all this cash and trying to get it in the right order. And I could hear my grandma downstairs, 3 floors. I love you with all my hearty. I love you with all my hearty. I love you with all my hearty.
Oh.
And anyway, it really hit me. I started to drink a lot, started to party, started to do coke. Um, After my grandma died, I was still doing coke. I wasn't a big drug user. I was the plug. I was partying with this girl, and couldn't get any powder. Right? But I had all this hard there, and I used to just chop pieces, and I would save the crumbs as bonuses for my workers. Or every once in a while, I would go work the phone, and I would just give away pieces for people. And anyway, but I had all these crumbs there
Mm.
after I did this chop to reload, and she said, "Well, let's just do that. It's the same thing." And I let her convince me that it was the same high. Being up the fact that I'd been up for 2 days doing coke and I didn't have any, and she was whispering in my ear and crawled up on the bed naked. Here, smoke this while I. Sure. Stacy, in that moment, I took that hoot. I became Crack's bitch. I
No.
apologize for that.
No.
Over the course of 14 years, I spent nearly 12 of them locked up. But then on November 20th, 2017, I was in Stony Mountain Penitentiary. I got jumped and beat into a coma. When I came out of it, I woke up and I yelled at God. That's why I'm still here. Didn't understand why I was here. I couldn't. Why am I still? I don't understand. I should have died 100 times in my life. I'm not kidding on that. Uh, I've been in 100 fights in my life. Like Paul Walker from Fast and the Furious. I've been in over 30 high-speed chases. Been shot at 3 times, and I've been stabbed 7 different times in my life. How am I still breathing? After years of addiction, in and out of crack shacks and all kinds of stupid stuff. Chill. After getting my head kicked in after getting jumped in the pen and having guys jump off a table on it. I don't know. But I had
There.
I had a couple of months. I had a couple of months to lie in that hospital bed and slowly recover. And I started to ask myself that question, Stacy. Why am I here? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, why did I allow myself to get to jail? Why was I here? Why did I allow myself to get this far? I knew this is not what anybody ever wanted from my life. I knew that's not what I wanted from my life. Well, that was nearly 4 years ago. And I'll be the change that I wish to see in the world. Um, when
Uh-huh.
I got when I got out of jail on December 6th, 3 years ago, I didn't plan to pursue entrepreneurship, and one of the many things that are hats I wear, yeah. One of the many things I know how to do is weld and do CNC break and all that kind of stuff, and have my confined space and whatever all these things. So my plan from jail, because we don't get YouTube in jail, And we get books that are missing 7 pages. Anyway,
Oh, yay.
got
Helpful.
got out. Yeah, no, it sucks not missing the last 7 pages, especially. Anyways, um,
Oh,
but got out and came across Tony Robbins and Grant Cardone and Gary Vee and slapped me in
mm.
the face with all their audio and JT Fox. Anyways, and so what are you doing, man? You an entrepreneur? I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. And I just realized,
Yeah.
well, wait a second, I can't be going to work someone else's dream. I gotta build my own. And so the journey in entrepreneurship started, and here I be, nearly 3 years later. Um, but yeah, so if not now, when? It's day too. It is Wednesday. How about that?
I
Uh,
know. That's kind of my that was my trick of
no.
the that's that every Wednesday is if not now Wednesday, but today, what a story of the if not now when.
Hmm. Yeah,
Your story is
like,
amazing if not now when. And wake up and realize that, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to be doing here? Um I think your story is a great testament to that.
yes, I agree, and hence why I said it, because I knew I had time to tell you the 15-minute keynote. Um,
Yeah, I'm glad I feel blessed that you stepped up and brought that in because just in general, it's so we all have stories that, are, maybe heart touching and various things, but they're not all, you know, they all they all mean something to different levels for each of us. But it's amazing how each of our stories also touch what the other people do.
yes, new levels, new devils.
Where your
um,
your story is like, oh wow, I can relate to that because mine did this, and we each kind of have things that we can relate to each other, like how you related even to like Tony Robbins and Gary Vee and them when you got out, and where their stories may have taken you, um which is interesting. I actually just read a story last night on Inc. magazine about Gary Vee. um it, get a chance, check out the most recent Inc. magazine. He's got apparently got a new book out.
uh,
um
yeah, yeah, I heard I don't know. I'll have to add it to my reading list. I don't have time now, but thank you for the.
right, well, it's
I'll
apparently
put.
also about NFT,
Okay, cool.
which is
Yeah, that's.
a new interesting technology too.
Yeah, no, I know non-fungible tokens. Y'all don't know about non-fungible tokens, and y'all should
That's a new. Yeah, I was
definitely
gonna say
wake up and
one I
pay
haven't
attention.
got. Yeah, it hasn't one I hadn't gotten into yet, but I've got my eye open on it.
I definitely should. Definitely get involved with the metaverse. Get early here. I'll give you a tip since you're in the tech space. Anyway, go to Google and just search for the just metaverse and beta whatever. But they're still doing training on what is that. And I mean honestly, whatever. I'm just saying as far as who knows where
Yeah,
the word's going. But
it's the next.
back to the.
It's one of the next things. I get it for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. I mean, okay, so I'll just to anybody in the audience that doesn't know this, I mean, obviously, I guess the story worked because the numbers are increasing. Therefore, then that means that people aren't leaving, right? They stayed
Yeah,
through the story and they didn't leave through the story because they got impelled by the story. So thank you for listening to me. I hope I gave you value. And
and
here's a lesson
but
on
having
storytelling too.
giving room value. I really appreciate that because I come in I tasked myself about 3 weeks ago with the um, goal of being live every day, Monday through Friday, on one of my social medias. And actually, I was planning to go live today on LinkedIn and went over there to go live. And guess what? I had lost my LinkedIn Live because I hadn't used it. So that was where my If Not Now Wednesday story started today.
Fate has a
Because I
funny way of kicking you sometimes, doesn't it? or
Uh-huh.
irony or something.
So
Anyway.
so now what I'm doing is I reapplied, and I'm going to wait and hopefully, get that back, and then I'll go over there, but then I'll go over there and use it immediately, because we're not going to make that mistake again. Uh, but then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go live on Wisdom, because that's where I've been, and I've had 14 shows that I now have also repurposed as podcasts. And with your permission to tag you, I'd love to um, be able to help other people hear your story, Dan, and connect with you, um, that might hear this on podcast in the future. Um,
Yeah.
Still very
No, no,
similar
no, no, yeah,
podcast.
that's fun. Yeah, no, 100%. Sorry. So anyway, so I just yeah, I would love, I would actually honestly, because I can't save it from, but you can, so I would love to get a copy after too. Because anyway, yeah, it's good. Even though I have my story obviously,
Yeah,
but yeah, no,
get a hold. We'll take care of that too. Uh,
yeah, and I would love to have you as a guest on my podcast that I'm just launching in release with the release of my book, Addicted to the Crack House. And y'all can find out more at Dan's book. That's right, my name, DANS book.club.
nice URL.
Dansbook.club.
Nice URL. Uh,
Yeah, well, short and easy, short, sweet, and to the
yep.
point. I mean, I also own all of my names too, danmonahan.ca.com.club, you name it. Moderator Dan.club too. Here, there's a great resource for you if you're on Clubhouse. I see you are, Stacy.
Hi.
Moderator Dan.club. That's it. Just put it together. It's just resources for Clubhouse, sound effects, things like the horn I sent off, or like
Yeah,
music
that was great.
resets, or track how to track your rooms, or how to track your clubs, or how to track users, or like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're you're definitely another geek in the same arena that my there follow you over here in the clubhouse, so that you were connected, and on LinkedIn here, LinkedIn, Instagram, and I'm actually on almost everywhere as Stacy Brayoka. I think Clubhouse I ended up Stacy Brayoka 1 because I gave the wrong which the not the wrong phone number, but not the phone number I wanted attached to my thing, put in my initial Clubhouse one. So I I've got two Clubhouse accounts, and that's just the way it is. You know. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
me
we've got
too, by
lots
the
of
way.
people who have stayed here, and I really appreciate everybody who's hung out and listened. Thank you for listening to Dan's awesome, if not now Wednesday story, because if he hadn't have woke up after that coma, the world wouldn't have the value that he provides to it now, with his book that's coming out, and with his life experience of crack house to
Right.
clubhouse. Uh,
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one. I
there's just
wasn't there, but
another
yes. Anyway, I followed you over on Clubhouse, so I'd love to connect after. I'd love to get a
great.
copy of this, and
Yeah.
and we can
Uh,
mastermind on tech stuff. I'm sure we can geek out.
sure. If favor, send me a DM on Instagram with your email address, and I will have it send you a notification when the podcast goes live.
For sure. Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
it's my name too. It's just Dan at danmonahan.ca. But yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah. If you can just zap it to me, that would
yeah,
be really cool.
yeah, no
Um,
problem.
and
It's gonna kick me
everybody
off. It was
else,
nice meeting you
it
all.
is nice
Bye,
to meet you,
everyone.
Dan. Have a great day. Again, my name's Stacy Brayuka, and this has been an episode of Technology Therapist Podcast. If not now, Wednesday. What have you lost? What did you lose by not using it? Or what did you not experience because you didn't take the time? Think about that one hard. And don't just think about the negative and things you might have lost, but really think about it in the forward thinking mode of, what am I going to do now so I don't tell that story again in the future? Um, I hope everyone enjoyed today. If you're listening in the future on the podcast, I'd love it to give me a share um, on the podcast and a review. I also have an app in the App Store, at Technology Therapist. So just look up Technology Therapist in the App Store. give me a follow or a review, share the app out. I am trying to put content up there frequently. Most of it right now is coming as podcasts, but every once in a while I pop up a new article or inspiration or other thing there in the app. You can also reach me on the app to send me a message or schedule a time to chat about technology, productivity, or about how to find your formula for work-life balance. I appreciate your time, and I will see you tomorrow sometime for Take Time Thursday. I actually have a family situation that I'm going to spend my time on. And after that, then I will hopefully be taking time to do my show, Take Time Thursday. And then Friday, we'll be back also for Find Your Formula Friday, where we'll go deeper into one of the pieces of the formula. Thanks a lot for being here, and I will see you guys again, or hear you. I'll see you and you'll hear me tomorrow. Bye bye.